One night, I found myself alone in my house. The entire city was plunged into darkness, and only the flickering light of street lamps penetrated through the windows. I felt an inexplicable uneasiness, as if someone was watching me from the dark corners of the room. Having locked all the doors and windows, I tried to convince myself that all this was just a manifestation of my rich imagination. However, the ominous silence in the house became unbearable. I heard a quiet creaking on the floor and stopped in complete amazement. Then, as if the invisible hands that had set to work decided to frighten me even more, and in addition, the sound of footsteps began to rise up the creaking steps. My heart rate increased and I began to tremble with fear. But my curiosity overcame all my fears, and I decided to go up to the second floor and find out what was happening. As I walked up the stairs, I felt a cold breeze creeping between the open window frame and the wall. When I reached the top floor, a gloomy corridor opened in front of me, illuminated only by the dim light of the moon spilling through the dusty glass windows. An unknown force pushed me forward to the end of the corridor. Suddenly, from the depths of the dark corridor, children's laughter was heard. This sound sent shivers throughout my entire body. I drowned out my fears and moved towards the source of the sound. My steps sounded solemnly in the emptiness, and only the beating of my heart provided company in this silence. The closer I got to the room, the more the sound intensified. My mind tried to find a rational explanation. Perhaps one of the neighbours left their child unattended. But deep down, I knew it was a sound from another world. Opening the door, I saw a room that seemed cut off from reality. Candles were burning in it, and the walls were covered with old, torn wallpaper. My skin crawled when I saw a harmless child on a wooden bed. He sat looking down at me with a smile that made the hairs on my head stand on end. His eyes reflected the infernal malice, and I felt a touch of darkness from his pupils overloaded with light. My body no longer obeyed me, and I sank,